front. Worried. Stood. Young.
Loud.
Cry. Same. Amazement. Centimeter. Difference. Alike. Height. Where are you, Fritz? Fritz looked worried and then said quietly to me, "It is the king. He is coming here now." A young man then came out from behind a tree. In the forest and stood in front of us.
As I looked at him,
I gave out a loud cry at the same time. As he stood back in amazement to see me. Except perhaps for a centimeter or two difference in height. We looked so alike that the king of Mauritania might have been me. Rudolph Rassendyll and I might have been him, the king of Mauritania. Strange. Feeling. Middle. Future. Silence. About. Bowed. Forward. Examined. It was a very strange feeling for me to be standing in a forest in the middle of Mauritania, in front of a person who looked exactly the same as me. For a few minutes, the future king of Ruritania and I stood looking at each other in silence. Then I bowed to him and he finally spoke. Colonel Fritz, who is this gentleman? I was about to answer when Colonel Zapt stepped forward and spoke quietly to the king. As the colonel talked, the king listened patiently, staring at me. Now and then, while they were talking, I examined him carefully. Mouth wide, less cousin, angry, forgive, happily, suddenly, loudly, double, still, every, he certainly looked very like me, although there were some differences. His mouth was perhaps less wide, and my face was a little thinner. But in most ways we were identical. Colonel Zapt stopped talking, and the king suddenly began to laugh loudly. Then he stepped up to me, still laughing, and said, "It is good to meet you, cousin. You must forgive me if I seemed surprised as it is not every day that you see your double." "I hope you are not angry," I said. "Whether I like it or not, you can't help looking like me." "No, I will happily help you. Where are you traveling to?" soldier. Problem. Need. Worry. Other. Really. Will. Today. Men. To Strelsaw, sir. To the coronation. The king looked at the two other men and smiled. What would my brother Michael think if he saw us two together? He cried. But, sir, said Fritz von Tarlenheim, I don't think it would be a good idea for Mr. Rissendil to visit Strelsaw now, really. What do you think? The king asked Colonel Sapt. I agree. He mustn't go, said the old soldier. Don't worry, sir, I understand the problem, I said. I will leave Mauritania today. You don't need to go now, said the king, please.